Good morning, students. Today I am going to start the topic composition of blood. In the previous class, or the first part, we have studied about the transportation of blood and transportation of different substances by blood, and need for transportation, then properties of blood, color, taste, pH of blood. Today only the composition of blood we will discuss about, but that only word is not suitable, because you can see I have written so many things on the board. Just I don't want to skip any of the terms related to this, or any of the terms given in your book. So just let's start with the topic composition of blood. In the composition of blood contains three main components: RBC, WBC and platelets. This you all know. So let's start with the first component, which is RBC. First is the shape of RBC. Shape of RBC is biconcave. Biconcave, if you make a small ball using that the floor or the with a mold, if you are on the clay, just try to make a small ball and just press from both the sides. The structure or the shape that you get is a biconcave structure. Just press hard from this, and the size of this the RBCs are very small. Size just 7 micron in size. So the shape is biconcave, size is very small. What is the use of these biconcave structure? Biconcave structure gives large surface area for the absorption of, since it is the carrier of oxygen, so the increased surface area provides more surface for the absorption of oxygen atoms. So this one, large surface area provides more surface for the absorption of oxygen, while the small size helps in movement of RBC into the narrow vessels. In the narrow vessels, the movement of blood is facilitated by the minute structure, which is the 7 micron in size. Then amount or volume which is present inside in an adult man or woman is 5 million per millimeter cube in a male. The volume of blood is the volume of RBC, or the amount of RBC in an adult male is 5 million RBC per millimeter cube, while in females it is little less, that is 4.5 million per millimeter cube. Next is what it contains. The color of the blood is because of a pigment which is known as hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is the pigment which gives red coloration to the blood. Red coloration, secondly, it carries it acts as a carrier of oxygen. The hemoglobin, it is having strong affinity for the oxygen molecule, and it readily combines with oxygen. After combining with oxygen, it helps in the transport. Wherever it moves or wherever it is transported, it takes the oxygen to the part of the body. Then hemoglobin, it contains the hemin part, which is the iron containing part. Hemin or globin, it is made up of two words, which is hemoglobin. The hemin part is the iron containing part, while globin is the protein containing part of the pigment. So hemin is the iron containing, globin, I am repeating these things because in questions, if it is asked, you must know that hemin is the iron containing part, while globin is the protein containing part of the pigment. Then if when hemoglobin combines with oxygen, it forms oxyhemoglobin. Oxyhemoglobin. When it combines with carbon dioxide, it forms carbamino hemoglobin. When it combines with carbon monoxide, it forms carboxyhemoglobin. Oxygen when we are inhaling oxygen, is more in amount or more in concentration in the inhaled air, so it readily combines with the hemoglobin. It is carried from lungs to the different parts of the body. From different parts, the CO2 released by the cells is carried out by the blood and form the carbaminohemoglobin, which when comes to the lungs, it releases out the CO2 and again combines with oxygen. In carboxyhemoglobin or the carbon monoxide, which is a poisonous gas, the blood is having a strong affinity for carbon monoxide. So if a person sleeps near a furnace or the coal, a place where coal is burned, then or if it is burned in a closed room with no ventilation is there, so due to presence of less oxygen and more carbon monoxide, the carbon monoxide readily combines in the blood. It gets circulated and it may result in in fatal condition and even death of the person. So this carboxyhemoglobin, the components formed is when hemoglobin combines with oxygen, it forms oxyhemoglobin. When it combines with carbon dioxide, it forms carbaminohemoglobin. When it combines with carbon monoxide, it forms carboxyhemoglobin. Then next one question is comes is vein carry only CO2 or no oxygen? Is if we are using the term deoxygenated, veins carry deoxygenated blood. Really they are deoxygenated? No oxygen is present. No, actually when the blood is inside in the lungs, it contains 97 to 99% of oxygen in lungs, and this oxygenated blood is carried over by the arteries to the different tissues and organs. In the organs, the blood leaves only 23% of oxygen and rest is that 74 or 75% of oxygen is retained by the blood, which comes back through the vein. Once again, when the blood is in lungs, it contains 97 to 99% of oxygen. When it is transported by the arteries to the different tissues or organs, different organs, and there it is through the capillaries, it enters into the tissues. There it leaves only 23% of the oxygen carried by it. And out of 97 or 99, 23% is released out, and rest is retained by the blood, and which is carried along with CO2 is carried back by the veins. So the venous blood contains 74 to 75% of oxygen. So this is deoxygenated blood doesn't mean that it is not having any oxygen molecule. It contains 74 to 75% of oxygen. Next topic is life and death of RBC. Where it is produced, where it is destroyed. So the RBCs are produced in the bone marrow of all the long bones, the rib bone, breastbone, the ilium of the pelvic girdle. So in an adult, in all the long bones, the RBCs are produced. In embryo, it is produced in the liver and spleen. In embryo, RBCs are produced in the liver and spleen. In children under 5 years of age, RBCs are produced in all the bones of the body. In children under 5 years of age, RBCs are produced in all the bone marrows of all the bones of the body. So this is a change. In adult, bone marrow of all long bones, breastbone, rib bone, ilium of pelvic girdle. Then in embryo, it is produced in liver and spleen. In children under 5 years of age, bone marrow of all the bones. Next, when it is destroyed in the spleen, liver and bone marrow. When it is destroyed in the liver, the hemin part is retained while the globin part is removed as bilirubin or biliverdin. So that here it is destroyed in the spleen, liver and bone marrow. RBC contains no nucleus, but it is only in case of mature RBC. When RBC is produced, it contains nucleus. The nucleus is removed during the process of maturation, and after a mature RBC contains no nuclei. Then how much RBC is destroyed? That 2 million RBC per second is destroyed every day. 2 million RBC is destroyed per second in a day. So this is all about the RBC. I am repeating. Structure is biconcave to provide large surface area for absorption of oxygen. Size is very minute, which is 7 micron in size, to just facilitate the movement of RBC through the narrow vessels. Then amount, that is 5 million RBC per millimeter cube in a male, which is 4.5 million in females. It contains a pigment which is hemoglobin. Hemoglobin imparts red coloration. Hemin is the iron containing part, while globin is the protein containing part of hemoglobin. Hemoglobin, when combines with oxygen, forms oxyhemoglobin. When it combines with carbon dioxide, it forms carbaminohemoglobin. When it combines with carbon monoxide, it forms carboxyhemoglobin, which is poison. Carboxyhemoglobin is poisonous for the human body and may cause fatal conditions. Veins carry CO2 or no oxygen. Then here veins, they carry CO2, but they contain oxygen also. Out of 97% or 99% of oxygen, only 23% of oxygen is released out to the tissues or to the cells. Rest 74 or 75% is retained in the venous blood, and along with that oxygen, 74 to 75% oxygen, CO2 is also carried by the venous blood. Then where life and death of RBC produced at, RBCs are produced in the bone, all the long bones, bone marrow of all the long bones, like the long bones of ribs, breastbone, pelvic girdle. Then in embryo, RBCs are produced in the liver and spleen. In children under 5 years of age, it is produced in the bone marrow of all the bones. Then RBC, the characteristic, RBC is having no nuclei. A mature RBC is having no nuclei. When it is produced, a nucleus was present. During the process of maturation, nucleus gets removed. Even the mitochondria is absent, just to create space for carrying the oxygen molecule. Then lifespan is 120 days. Destroyed, RBCs are destroyed in liver, spleen and bone marrows. How much RBC is destroyed? 2 million per second every day. 2 million RBCs are destroyed per second in a day. So next is the WBCs, termed as leukocyte. RBCs are erythrocyte and WBC leukocytes. In leukocytes, nucleus is present. Amount is 4,000 to 8,000 WBC per millimeter cube. They are amoeboid in shape, irregular in shape, because they have to squeeze out of the blood capillaries to show the diapedesis movement. These are terms I will explain you. Diapedesis actually in the blood capillaries. In the blood capillaries through the narrow walls or the gaps in the narrow walls. Here the WBC squeezes out of this and comes out of the capillaries to fight with the germs or to fight against the disease causing agent. So for fighting against the disease called WBC squeezes out through the narrow capillary from the narrow capillaries or the fine pores in the narrow capillaries, and this movement of this amoeboid movement of WBC is termed as diapedesis. Then where it is produced? It is produced in the red bone marrow and the lymph nodes, lymphatic organs or lymphatic system. I have explained that. Along with the blood vascular system, there is lymphatic system. Then lifespan, it is of few hours only. Two diseases, leukemia and leukopenia. Leukemia is a disease which is caused by the abnormal increase in the number of RBC. Number of WBC increases at the time of cut, or if any disease causing agent enters into our body, then also the number of WBC increases. But if this increase is abnormal, if the increase is up to 50,000, then it is due to any infection, or it is just an inflammatory action or fighting against the foreign agent. But if the increase is abnormal at the cost of RBC, then the condition would be fatal conditions, or it can be cured by blood transfusion only. Leukemia. Leukopenia is abnormal decrease in WBC. Abnormal increase is leukemia, abnormal decrease is leukopenia. Next is the function of WBC. Phagocytosis, inflammation, antibodies. Phagocytosis is it engulfs when it shows the diapedesis movement. Here I have explained this diapedesis movement. When it comes out, it engulfs it. It shows the amoeboid mass. Suppose this is a foreign agent and it engulfs this foreign particle with the amoeboid movement and digests this foreign particle. So phagocytosis is engulfing the foreign particle or bacteria to fight against the disease causing agent. Inflammation, it is the response when there is an increase in WBC cells, increase in the number of WBC in an area to fight against the disease. It results in inflammation, which is the local heat or pain or swelling or redness in a particular area. It shows that section is infected by a foreign agent. Antibodies, WBC is release antibodies to fight against disease causing agents. This is all about the WBC. I am repeating. Nucleus is absent, amount is 4,000 to 8,000 WBC per millimeter cube. Shape is amoeboid in shape. Diapedesis movement, that is a amoeboid movement, a squeezing movement, is shown by the WBC cells to fight against the disease causing agent. It is produced in red bone marrow and lymph nodes. Sometimes it is present in liver and spleen also. Lifespan is of few hours. Disease causes leukemia, abnormal increase in WBC, leukopenia, abnormal decrease in WBC. Phagocytosis, and the functions are phagocytosis, inflammation, antibodies. Phagocytosis is the movement where it engulfs by its amoeboid structure. Because of its amoeboid structure, it engulfs the foreign particle, which is especially the bacteria, and that engulfing movement is termed as phagocytosis. Inflammation is the local response or the response due to increase in WBC cells is termed as inflammation. Antibodies are produced by WBC to fight against diseases. Next, the last one is the platelets. Platelets are generally responsible for the blood clotting. They are oval or round in structure. Amount, the number is 2 to 4 lakh per millimeter cube. They are numerous. So for 2 to 4 lakh per millimeter cube, then where they are produced? They are produced in the specialized cells inside the bone marrow. That specialized cells are termed as megakaryocytes. Megakaryocytes, platelets are produced in the megakaryocytes of the bone marrow. Lifespan is 3 to 5 days. Destroyed, they are destroyed in the spleen. Spleen is the graveyard of RBCs and WBCs and even the platelets. So here, what is the function of platelet? Function of platelet is it disintegrates at that when there is a cut or a wound. At that place, it gets disintegrated to release thrombokinase, which is an enzyme responsible for the blood clotting. So this is the function to prevent excessive flow of blood from the cut or wound and by formation of a clot. I am repeating this. Structure is oval or round. Number is 2 to 4 lakh per millimeter cube. They are produced in the specialized cells, which is megakaryocytes of bone marrow. Lifespan is 3 to 5 days. Destroyed in spleen. Function is to it disintegrates to release thrombokinase for clotting of blood. This is all about the composition of blood. A single topic we have studied today. Thank you for joining.